It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie Pablo and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. Don't count us out. It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie Pablo and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. Don't count us out. It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie Pablo and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. Don't count us out. It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie Pablo and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. Don't count us out. It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie Pablo and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. Don't count us out.
Don't Count Us Out podcast. I'm Stephanie Chach, and to my right is my hubby in progress, Mr. Pablo Punkout Gonzalez.
That's right. Well, I'm getting mean mugged right now by your future real hubby. I'm the work hubby. So
He's the work hubby.
come down.
And in the middle of us is JAVIER HITMAN LEBRON.
Hello, hello.
From Xavier's Club and Kitchen. We will be talking to him tonight, so thank you for joining us on TikTok Live, on YouTube, and on Facebook.
Stephanie, it's great to see you.
Thank you.
I was, we were really, worried about you, and had you in our prayers.
Thank you.
While you were getting your surgery, so
Yeah.
you look in good spirits.
I am. I want to thank everybody for their prayers, and their gifts, and their calls, your texts, visits. I was having DJs reach out to me that I haven't spoken to, sometimes either at all or, who reached out. So, thank you so much for reaching out and for your well wishes. Surgery went well.
Good.
Surgery went well. There was a little complication, but, we got through it.
How soon can you start juking?
I'm looking like in another 5 more weeks.
Okay, 5 more weeks.
Looking for 5 more
We're
weeks
having an
of
official juke party.
That's right.
Hosted by Stephanie.
Pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it.
Maybe we'll have it at Xavier's.
There you go. There you go. We'll have the Stephanie's back juke party.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything went well.
So besides surgery, what have you done? Just nothing, right?
Nothing.
Oh wow.
Like nothing. Like it's the first time I've actually done nothing.
Like any special, like Netflix specials or
yeah. There
Hulu's
was
or anything like that?
I binge watched The Pit, which was pretty cool.
Oh, I never saw that. What's that about?
It's actually got the guy from ER. I forget what his name is.
Never saw that either.
Oh my God. Well, it's just like a rendition, like he's all grown up and it's like he's got his own hospital he runs.
Okay.
But The Pit is really good. I got through that in 2 days. And then I had to go through My And Just Like That, like the spinoff to Sex and the City. I had to rewatch that all over again.
Okay.
Poor Mike, he was subjected to that, but it is what it is.
Couple
of movies.
Make a sacrifice, Mike.
Yeah, he made some sacrifice. He's been like a huge help.
Aww.
Thank you, my Mike. That's what the baby calls him, a Mike. So thank you, Mike, for everything. My sons were a huge contributor to that. My sons came by and brought the grandbabies over.
Oh,
so
okay.
I had to walk out. I'm like, you need to get me out of here because it was just overwhelming.
Need some air.
Well, yeah, and then kind of being stuck in the lower half of the house right now. It's just I just needed some air. So everything has gone well. I got to be walking with a cane. So
okay. But you can look pretty badass walking with a cane.
I know, right? I'm just gonna glitz it all up and be like, I'm
get
doing
the right little
my super fly walk.
Get a skull on there or dragon or something.
So,
get a nice little hat going. You
I know, right? My little fedora.
Little feather.
Watch me do that. Yup. Watch me do that.
Rock that cane. I had a pretty nice, I kind of chill last few weeks. We did go to check out Cafanes at the Metro.
I saw that.
On a Sunday. They were pretty good. I not really a huge Spanish rock fan. I never was, but now I am.
Mm-hmm.
Now I am.
Now
30 years later.
Spanish.
30 years later, I'm getting into the music. It's pretty dope. Oh, did I just say dope?
You just say dope.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty cool music. The only thing is that the acoustics at the Metro were not the Metro. Yeah, that wasn't the Metro. It was the Riviera. I'm sorry. The acoustics weren't really.
They never really were.
Yeah, the last time I went to the Riviera was back in the 90s. Mm-hmm. Went to go see EMF.
Oh, wow.
EMF sings that song, you're unbelievable. Mm-hmm. And anyway, so...
I got to see Prince there.
So they sang that song as their opener. That was like their main hit back in the 90s.
Right.
Unbelievable. I don't know why they started off with their main hit, Normally it's like a build-up. Anyway, They start off with their main song, and then the rest of their stuff was like, what the hell is this?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we left in 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was that bad. But anyway, that was my last time at the Riv, and I had a good time, though. I had a great time this time around watching Cafanes. So.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot of groups bring in their own sound systems at this point because the Riviera just doesn't keep up. I don't think they keep up with their sound systems. Yeah. I know the last major act that I saw there was Prince.
Really? At the Riv?
Yeah,
wow.
He was at the Riv.
When was that?
1999.
Yeah.
Is when he did
1999?
Yeah, literally 1999.
Look at this.
Is when I saw him play at the Riviera, and then Little Lewis was there maybe about 3 years ago.
Okay.
So, but they didn't have him on the main stage. They had him on the floor, and everybody was around. But he had brought in his own sound system as
Yeah.
well. So yeah, I think there's just different sounds for different groups if they don't know the Riv.
So that's a good segue for club owners.
Yes, club owners.
To make sure you have a great sound system, right? Because it does matter. People are paying. Not only as a DJ do I pay attention, but Veto also mentioned it. Saying, "Oh, it didn't sound that. Am I missing? Am I not hearing it right?" I don't know. It's the acoustics. Is that what it should be?
It bounces around in the Riv. I mean, the Riv is huge. It's a huge theater. But if you want to know more about what you should be doing in your clubs, what you should be doing as a DJ, we have the Marquee Conference coming up in June. That will have a bunch of vendors, bunch of DJs. I believe Flipside is the top DJ
Headliner?
this year. Yep,
Okay.
headliner for this year. Go to marqueeshow.com and then go get your tickets. It'll be held in Rosemont, but it is a huge, huge thing. Latinos in the House is asked to be a part of it as well. I know that the industry DJs will also be a part of that.
Okay.
So
Looking forward to
Casey, Casey does like a huge thing, and I have to say I think that he's got another networking event this month.
Okay.
But Casey does a lot of work to get all of this together and then just travel around with it. But he does so much for the DJ community as well as like artists and producers that these little networking events are major, and you should be going and entertaining this because you can learn so much about the speakers, the new equipment that's out. I guess rumor has it that Pioneer's going to be out now soon.
What?
They were bought out, yeah. That's what I heard. So, don't know if it's true, but that's what I'm hearing. So I have to do some research on that.
Pioneer.
Yeah. So,
By who?
That's
Amazon?
who knows?
Probably.
Microsoft. You never know.
Amazon buying everyone out.
But yeah, so I mean, it's just I think it's just a great event that Casey throws every month for DJs, and it's just probably something that's eventually going to start coming out there.
You know what? Since we're talking about conferences, let's talk about ours because we always pitch ours at the end of the show.
We do.
Let's do this at the beginning. So our
Which
conference,
Javier was a part of
yes,
the
it was
first year.
the original.
I was.
So that's going to be happening on October 3rd.
Yes.
It's a Saturday.
Yes.
Around like Unified, maybe around there midday, right? And can we announce the location?
We will announce the location next series.
Next year?
Not
It's
next
over?
year. I guarantee you that
the next show.
we had to do a change
Okay.
because the venue that approached us and that we've got the chance to visit came to us with a very great
Okay.
concept. So we have changed it from the original venue that we were going to have, but I want to contact them first.
Okay, gotcha.
And then we will announce that, but you'll be seeing a flyer soon.
Yeah.
But I think this will be not only great for DJs, it will be great for producers, also artists who have either full bands, half bands,
Merchants.
people who are merchants, people who are looking for
Vendors.
the incubator vendors like media lawyers, camera crews. This one spot has everything that you can imagine, and anything and everything that a DJ, an artist, a producer, a band, anything that they need is all in one. It's an incubator for all of this.
Can't wait. Okay, so
So-
that's October 3rd.
It's October 3rd. It'll be
on
midday.
the website soon, right?
It'll be on the website
We have a
soon.
website. What's the website address?
www.latinosinthehouse with a DA.com.
So it's the house.
The house.
The
In the house.
Okay.
Dot com.
House.
DAINDA house.com.
And what will be announced? Because we already talked about the alternative dance music panel.
Yes, we also know that we'll have the Filipino panel.
Filipino
This
panel,
year
what
we'll be entertaining the Filipinos this year in house music. So we're looking forward to that.
And who else?
And then we also have the LGBTQ community panel
Panel.
that we're looking at.
Okay.
Those who were in this industry, who helped make that industry grow. We also have, we'll be entertaining the women panels as well.
The woman panel.
The women panel,
Ooh.
women DJs in the house.
Okay.
So I think it's about time we start introducing my own, and bringing them to light because we have a lot of female DJs that are out there.
Yeah, now
So,
more than ever.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
and I think they need to get their
With
props.
skills.
With skills.
With skills. Yeah.
With skills. So, yeah, you don't want to miss this one, and
Okay.
I mean, we're still working on a couple of other things,
Other
so we're
panels,
really
right?
excited to make this
How many
happen.
total panels are we going to have this year?
We're looking at 5, but now that we're working with this new venue, we might just add 6.
Okay, ooh.
With that
Exciting.
special
Very nice.
highlight, that special
Okay.
highlighted person. Because normally we try to have somebody highlighted for the conference.
Yeah.
So this year we're looking we can finally entertain that
So
another
save
year.
the date, October 3rd.
October 3rd. Look for some info coming towards your way.
Very,
As
very
I
soon.
said, Javier was a part of our first panel. He was the moderator.
Who's Javier?
Javier Hitman LeBron. If you don't
Our
know who he
special
is,
guest
oh my God,
today.
he's our special guest for today. And all I can say is thank you for coming out, BFF.
I'm here. That's what's up.
Gracias.
Uh-huh. So Javier Hitman LeBron has been DJing for ages, like literally ages. Since
I'm
we
not
were
that old.
Well, the way she's promoting you.
decades. How you doing, Jav?
I'm good. I'm good.
Excited to be here?
I'm excited to be here. A little nervous.
Don't be nervous. We
Don't be nervous.
don't bite.
You know,
Maybe
I'm
Milo
a little
might
nervous.
bite, but we don't.
Milo. Mellow.
Mello. Might call him Milo.
You always call him
Milo Mello.
That boy will answer to anything.
But you know what? What's cool is that we had our first podcast at your place,
yes.
Right.
right?
Yeah, on our second floor.
Right. And now, welcome to our
Yeah,
little
welcome
home.
to the new home in the home.
That's right. And we're taking away the idea from the industry DJs being on a nice couch.
I know. We had to do it. Brothers,
I
thank
kind
you
of
for the
like it.
idea.
It's
more inviting.
It's
Yeah, it
relaxing.
is.
Yeah, it's more-
It is. I can
yeah.
understand why they did it, but we had to do it this way because my legs still can't take a chair yet. So, and props and everything. You can see the little, blanket is on me.
This is real comfortable. I might just fall asleep on this couch.
I'm
while
telling you,
doing
it's
an interview.
comfortable
So,
and
look out.
everything else. But now I know why, Al and TK do it on the couch.
Let's
'cause
give a
it's
quick
just-
shout out before we get into the all the great history that this man has brought to the industry.
I see Christina Cisneros is on here. Thank you for joining in.
Peter Appico.
Tony's on here. Yup. Who else we got
Did I
on
pronounce
here?
his name wrong?
Aparicio.
Aparicio. Sorry.
That's one of my old guys. That's one of my old running mates.
Who else is on here? I see Laura on here.
Dan
I see Joey
Martinez.
Rios on here.
Joey's one of my old guys too.
And then who else? I'm sure there's a bunch of other people on here that I can't even see, and they're on here somewhere. On here.
We have a dentist in the house.
Gino,
Gino,
rock and
you with
roll. What's going on, man? We also have, what is this? Nicholas Garcia's in the house. Aw, that's awesome. We got a lot of people in here, man. They want to hear your
wanna
history.
hear your story.
Dan Martinez is in the house. Thank you for always joining us, Dan. I love when you're jumping on here. So Javier is one of Chicago's best DJs. Saw him once at a festival, and I was so impressed. That's coming from Gino.
Wow.
All right,
Gino.
look at that.
Thank you.
Gino
Appreciate
giving you
that.
props. Laura Martinez,
Yeah.
how you doing? I'm surprised I haven't seen Sue on here. She'll be popping on here soon.
She'll be
She's
here
always
soon.
our number one fan,
Yeah.
too. So thank you, everybody, for joining, and thank you again for the wellness. If you guys ever need a new hip replacement or no knee replacement, please see the Hinsdale Orthopedics out in Westmont. Dr. LaRue is awesome. He did an awesome job, and Dr. Luke, I praise them all. And thank you to also DJ Emmanuel Pippin, who suffered a stroke recently, but he reached out, and he wanted to make sure I was okay. So please continue praying for him. He's trying to gain his strength back from his stroke, and he's looking to come back to the community and house it up with everybody. So let us start with Hav.
Hi, I'm Mr. Timeline Guy, right? In case you were briefed. I love to know the history of how DJs started and how they got their name, who influenced them, and all that stuff. What radio station you were listening to, because we were all inspired by someone, right? So who inspired you to become a DJ?
First DJ I heard on WBMX was Kenny Jam and Jason.
Okay.
And, I kind of figured out, because I know music, I like music, and it's all different speeds. So I'm like, how the heck's he doing that? There's got to be a way. He's either got to be slowing one down, speeding one up, or both to get in the middle. So I kind of figured out that thing. And then I had a person down the block. His name was Robert Collin. He lives in Texas now. He's still alive. We're still good friends. And he bought some SLB 10s.
I don't even know what that is. What's
Man,
that?
they were not direct drive. They had a belt that we'd have to take the top off, put the rubber belt back on.
A real leather
Oh,
belt.
wow.
Yes. And get going again. So that was my very beginning start. I think I was 13
What year
years
was
old.
that?
I was 13 years old. We won't say the year.
Oh, come on. It has to be 82, 83.
I was born in 68. So,
Well, me too, bro. So we're good.
72, 73
I'm
years old.
57.
73, the year, somewhere around
But
there.
I can wait for heaven.
68, 78, 82.
We talking deaths already? No, what the
82.
hell?
I think I was in 8th grade.
Okay.
I think I was in 8th
So
grade.
it was 82.
82.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you heard Kenny Jam and Jason. You liked what he was doing. So when did you get your hands on? right away that same year?
Within a week or two.
Oh, wow.
Because he had already been started. You know,
Okay,
he had already
okay.
been playing a little bit. And my first parties, I was like on a two different stereos. There were no pitch, no control.
Right,
Just
yeah.
kind of slowing it down with my finger.
Exactly,
You know,
yeah.
speeding it up with my
A
finger.
real DJ.
Yeah. So I was just doing like family parties.
Okay.
That was it.
So-
Maybe I had 15 records.
Do
That's
you
all I had.
remember what you were wearing that day? I'm like, I want everyone to picture you when you're,
All
when
right.
you're in shorts.
I was wearing
Chaclas.
corduroys. Corduroys were in at that time. I was a freshman at St. Rita, so
No, you're right.
we had to wear cords. We
the
could wear
guys,
jeans.
the guys back then were wear the corduroys from the Gap. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we were like so men.
Tuck them in,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, they were
straight
tight
legs.
skin
Super tight.
Straight
Yeah,
legs.
super tight corduroys. And I don't know if you guys, growing up north, we had the white gym shoe look. You guys had the same. down
Well, we had hush puppies.
Okay.
The little gas hush puppies or the Zodiacs. You know, we had those.
there?
Or,
And those corduroys were tight.
you know, Michael Jackson, the
Michael
penny
Jackson, yeah.
loafers.
And I had turquoise
Yeah.
once. I had turquoise once, pink ones. What colors you have?
No, strictly brown, green.
Okay,
They wouldn't
all
let
right.
us go crazy.
Yeah,
St. Rita,
80s
St.
was
Rita.
color-
No
80s was
facial
colorful
hair.
era.
You know. Now I got no hair, so
Okay.
you know.
So your
it came
DJ. So
along.
how long did it take you to get it?
I got it right away because it was all about the
2
concept.
weeks.
No. A couple months.
Okay.
Couple months. Once he brought the SLB10s, then we started working with pitch control, and then it was just a matter of slowing things down, getting under control,
Okay.
and talking to other people. Like we didn't know to get a piece of wax, put it under so it wouldn't stop
Right.
the record.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Easy
It would
right
it
to-
would go nice and easy. So you learn little by little. We didn't have the money. So we would like just cut cardboard out, from the cardboard from the actual record.
Yeah, right.
Use that, that's how
And
it
I
goes.
don't think I've ever heard that. In all the interviews we've done, I don't think I've ever heard those like little isms to make the record stay. You've always
Yeah.
heard about people turning around and just what they started on, but you've never heard them say, "Hey, we had to do this."
It would make it
so
easier
this
to
way
spin
the
back.
record would
Right,
stay
Because
on.
without
Right.
it, you're just spinning the whole tape,
Right.
the whole table
Right.
back. And so you had that little extra like.
Mm-hmm.
It was belt drive, so it wasn't like you just let it go.
Right.
It was like it would go or it would go. Brrr. You had to get.
Do that again.
You had to control it. You had to get fully control of it. So that was the first thing we got to concentrate on this first.
Okay.
And then it was beat matching. It was
So it took you about a couple of months. That's pretty
Yeah.
fast though,
It was
because there's some
pretty
people
fast,
that
pretty fast.
I have tried to teach. That would ask me to teach them, and they were coming to my house for months and months, and they just couldn't get it. So not everyone was able to get it, especially back then, because the music wasn't like today. Today, music's almost programmed perfectly.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah,
you don't
so
have
easy
to.
now.
It's like it's so perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back then, you had to like know the song, know the change, the tempo.
Disco, it would be up and
Oh
down
yeah,
because they were
those are
playing live.
instruments.
Yes, they were.
so
Yeah.
different animal.
Yeah.
Okay, so when did you have your first party?
Oh, my first big party was it was at Visitation Church, and the place was huge, and I had these two little baby speakers, little house speakers, and it was just echoing, and I couldn't hear anything. And it was my uncle gave me that opportunity.
Was it like
And this was,
a family party or?
It was it was a
wedding?
church party.
A church
It was
party?
A church
Oh, okay.
fundraiser, and that was my first big party.
And where was that at?
55th, I want to say before Halsted.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
55th.
It was
Austin.
like
Okay.
so we lived when I was
Sorry.
4, 1009 Garfield, and that was our parish.
Okay.
So the school was across the boulevard, and my sisters went there. I was already out of it. We were already moved out of there by then, but family and friends and the community still went to the church.
Okay.
They still go to the church. They have the church in the basement now.
Okay.
They still go to Visitation Church.
Wow.
But it's a school, and the school's still there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you get your nickname? Were you Hitman back then?
I was not.
What
I
was
was-
your DJ name?
I was Quick Hand Hob.
Quick
I was
Hand?
Quick Hand Hob.
Wait, Quick Hand?
Quick Hand Hob.
That sounds kind of nasty.
Quick Hand Hob.
Just say,
Yeah.
Quick Hand Hobby.
It was,
Only you think that.
I am
not
Also
anything.
Encounter Enterprises. I
All right.
swear.
Quick Hand Hob.
Yeah.
Okay, so why?
I don't know. That was,
Were you one of those
it's
like
kind of hard.
doing
It's not an
Disney
easy
records?
name to make something with.
just
you know.
okay? How long did you have your Quick Hand name?
Not long. Not long. Not long. I got a little older. I was junior, senior, that wasn't cool no more.
Yeah, quick hand.
Yeah, I'm sure you know all the jokes that, you know, they were,
Yeah.
What are you doing with the,
Quick
with the
hand, huh?
hands? Yeah.
Interesting.
I want to know the first 2 songs that he DJ'd on.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
what were the first 2 songs
Oh,
that you remember
man.
dropping?
You gotta know this.
It had to be Gaucho.
Okay.
Had to be Gaucho. Oh, man. It had to be something disco. Something, what was that? It popped in my head and popped right out. Oh, man.
Well, you remember the first one.
Yeah, Gaucho was...
Donna Summer. Donna Summer.
It
Disco,
might have been.
Could be. I'm just making up stuff for you because I'm trying to help you out.
It might have been.
I don't know. The Saturday Fever album, one of those.
Well,
cuts
it was,
there?
I had, albums were still a thing.
Yeah, albums are cool.
So, I had Spanish music, merengue, salsa, whatever the family had hanging around. That's mine now.
Yeah.
That's mine now. Let's get to, I got a little 15, 20 records, and that's how I was doing plans.
Now, okay, so, I always tell this because it's important because a lot of people think that I grew up on the South Side and all that, and I don't know nothing about the history of these party crews and stuff. That were you part of that scene back
I
then?
definitely was.
Okay.
And then we were talking about before the show, it kind of culminated with house music. House music was like maybe 2 years old, and that's when the whole party crew scene just took off.
Yep.
It took off. And
What year is this?
Oh, wow.
1986, 87.
87, 86, 87.
Okay, so
I
house
had
music
already graduated from St. Rita, so
okay.
yeah.
Well, that's where I want to go back to. You went to St. Rita, which St. Rita and Quigley South were both notorious for throwing parties with the Hot Mix 5. Tell me what you remember from that time when you probably saw Kenny there and was kind of like, ooh.
Yeah.
Tell me what that time looked like, because a lot of people don't culminate. They remember the church parties. Mendel was the only one throwing house parties because, obviously it was kind of that birth era for them near Hyde Park. But it was also
Mendel was Eric the Wizard.
Well,
You
it
know
was
who
Eric
that
the
is,
Wizard,
right?
yes, and then it was
That's
also
Voodoo Master.
Craig Loftus at the time too. So now you're looking at St. Rita and you're looking at Quigley South, which were 2 major all-boys schools. First of all, the Latin club, the Spanish club was throwing the parties over at Quigley South, but who was starting to throw those parties over at St. Rita? Because St. Rita was a primarily all-white school.
We had a committee, and we were just trying to raise funds. So we had Battle of the Bands, Battle of the DJs, radio DJs come in. Whatever we could do to raise funds, we were doing it. We were selling calendars. They made us do it. We had to raise funds.
So who do you remember at the time at St. Rita for your first time, because your freshman year during those parties? Who do you remember seeing the first time over at St. Rita?
It was Kenny Jason.
Okay.
Oh, so how did
and
that
they were
feel?
up on a really high balcony, and I was just
How was
like,
that?
oh man, I can't see what he's doing.
Did you meet him or?
I didn't get to meet them at all. They were up on a high balcony, and they were those areas were cut off. They had security there. Like I'm like a freshman. They got big seniors. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. So,
oh my God!
But the music was awesome. Talking about sound systems.
Yeah.
It was really good. The gym was good. It had good acoustics for it.
So you grew up on the south side of Chicago?
Yeah,
is that
my
safe
whole
to say?
life. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So besides BMX, what other radio stations were you
I
listening to?
didn't really get CYC.
God,
it had to
what?
be.
Stop saying that.
We couldn't get it. It had to be clear weather to get CYC.
Yeah. So, but other.
So I listened to WCRX, Masters in the Mix.
Okay.
I could get that. We were getting what was the other one on down 55th? It's college station.
KKC.
KKC?
There you go.
I hear that a lot,
WKKC.
right? Okay.
We were getting that one, and I had a shortwave radio, so I would also get New York.
New York.
No
I would get New
way!
York on my radio.
Can you
So
get
I
CYC?
listened to a lot of, Roxanne, and all that stuff. I was hearing. That's where I
That's
started scratching and doing all that
crazy!
stuff because I was hearing New York.
Wow,
That's
awesome.
where I was getting, the scratching and all that from.
So, did you ever get into that scratching?
I
stuff?
did. I got into that for a long time. I still do it when I play. Not so much because people don't want to hear that, but you'll pick and you choose your little moments and do it just to show, hey, I can still do it. I still got that. Some guys they have a different style. Flip side scratches into a blend or into a cut, a slam, and he's good at that. It's not my style per se, but we still do it.
I think the art is not appreciated as much as it was in the 80s. because scratching back then was like huge. Like if you could do
had
it, you
to.
could master
If you were
it.
a
Well,
DJ,
when Farley
you
came
were-
along, Farley he just took over.
Yeah.
He was the main guy, and everybody wanted to do the whole Farley thing. That was the Farley scratch.
What do you like? What do you remember the most and that you appreciated about that era? And I'm talking about the mid '80s.
The mid '80s.
What was different? Tell me
It
about.
was
Take us
pure.
back on this part of.
It was
this part of
pure.
town.
It was pure. It was just from the beginning. There was no. I mean, we were using samplers like actual foot pedals that bands use.
Yeah.
That was our sample. Slow it down, roar. Blah, 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 blah. That was the first sample. That was house music.
Right.
That was the beginning of it, and it was new to us. So it was. I mean, we were dancing in the streets. Now it's party crew days, and house music was hot. It's getting hot, and it culminated.
Okay.
Especially for the Latinos.
From a Latino perspective, when did house music start for you? When was the first house?
I would
song?
have to say 87.
That late?
Yeah.
Okay.
86, 87.
Okay.
That's when it got real hot for the party crews for the Latinos.
So that's when you
that's when we
introduced to house music
yes,
later.
Yes.
What can you say about what is it that you think maybe people don't understand about the South Side in regards to house music? What is it you think that they don't know or understand about what not only our culture but just in general house genre that they don't understand about the South Side? Because you always hear about the North Side, you hear about the North Side clubs, you hear about Hyde Park back then when that whole birthing and the pioneers. But what do you think is missing from our culture on the South Side that people kind of don't know or kind of think like, well, what does the South Side know? Because we had a lot of DJs,
Right.
huge DJs
Yes,
on
we had
our
a lot of
side,
DJs.
and people don't understand that. Like I said, they didn't realize that we were throwing house parties at our high schools to generate fundraising, and those two major schools, they were major, including De La Salle. De La Salle was another one. But what is it that they have maybe a misconception on the South Side DJs and just South Side people understanding house? What do you think is missing, and why do they miss it with us?
I think we're missing from the whole conversation because we didn't have clubs on the South Side. They didn't allow us to do that. Mm-hmm. They still don't allow us to have like after hour places. Mm-hmm. The whole club thing is very hard to do. It's been basically residential, and the North Side go party on the North Side. Mm-hmm. That's how Chicago's always been, and it's still kind of that way. On the North Side, I could go tomorrow and get a liquor license in 3 or 4 months. On the South Side, you probably can't get one.
Right.
It's just not going to happen. So we were missing from that conversation. So we actually had to go other places, and then because we knew each other from where we lived or the areas around us, we kind of hung out at those other places, but we got to know each other because we're from the same area. Hey, we don't know anybody else there, so let's hang out together. That's how we kind of get, a little close-knit, little group.
Let's talk about your party crew, because you mentioned right there you were part of that.
I was the funk boy. That was the funk boy. That was the funk boy.
I won't represent the fingers.
What does that mean to be a funk boy? Was it a dance crew or?
We partied. We didn't really dance.
So you guys were underage party crew.
We were underage party.
A lot of Kool-Aid at your parties.
No Kool-Aid. Kegger-Aid. Kegger-Aid. Daytimes, I hate to say it now, but a lot of kids didn't go to school because they went to our parties. St. Joe's, Curie, Gage Park. They were at Kelly. They were at our daytime parties.
Yeah, so the first time I heard about a daytime.
You're talking about 200 kids.
I heard about the daytime concept growing up north, happening on the South Side. So take us back to one of your daytimes.
Oh wow, they were. The crazy part is, you have to find somebody to buy a keg of beer, cups, and you're talking about 50, 60 people within 2 hours. You put it out that day.
Oh, how you did it? Well, you couldn't text nobody.
You're calling people.
Okay.
You're calling people. That's it. It's phone. We had a rotary phone.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. We did it at my friend's house on 52nd Paulina. I think I can say it now.
His name. You can say his name.
House 13. Yeah, Freddie. We did it at his house. And we'd have to clean up before 3 p.m.
Oh, before Mama got home?
Mama got home.
Before his mama and family got home.
You're talking about 100 kids going crazy, doing crazy things, spilling stuff and knocking stuff over and breaking stuff. And then by 3 p.m., nothing. Everything's clean. Everything's quiet. It was good. It was fun. It was fun.
Well, did you do that for years or?
We did that probably for 2 or 3 years.
Really?
The area
2 or 3
started
years.
changing.
Yeah.
And then we were getting a little older, so then we can start going to regular parties. They were throwing parties at like Highlanders, Archer Manor. I mean, what's it called? Archer.
Highlanders, and then Grand Manor.
Grand Manor. It was on Archer, but it was called Grand Manor. They were throwing parties there, so that's when we started going out. And then we started going to like Rainbow, going up north to Rainbow, those parties.
Any interesting like police stories involved in those daytimes?
Well, there were some nighttime parties that they raided, and they would just lock us all up. And
That's Stephanie.
That was the old what was it 12th District, 63rd Street.
Yeah, and then you had 9th District.
Talking about 150 kids getting locked up and disorderly conduct.
That was what I was talking about a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was what I was talking about.
Disorderly conduct.
You guys are a bunch of disorderly conductors.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't look at me. My mama was strict.
No.
My mama was strict, but if I wasn't home by midnight, my butt was getting kicked.
Stephanie
knew that.
Stephanie was a fun girl.
You were a funk girl? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he made me trade. Hav went to St. Rita and I went to Maria.
Okay.
So he was my big brother when I was going into high school. So whatever happened to me, you had to report to Hav. You just weren't going to mess with it. So one day I was wearing an LT headband.
Where's LT?
And we were doing Latin Taste.
There were another
So
okay.
I'm wearing the Latin Taste
we
headband.
did have issues with other party crews.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the good thing about it was we settled it with, we fought. You pick 5 guys, you pick 5 guys, and we'll fight, and then we're done. It's done.
Oh, actually fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With fists,
that's
with
Yeah.
hands,
So we were doing a walkathon because St. Rita and Maria would get together every year and they would do a walkathon from their high school. So Maria would walk to St. Rita, and then St. Rita, from there, we would all walk to Comiskey Park. That was our walkathon. So then one year he's like, "Why are you wearing that Latin Taste?" I'm like, he goes, "No, you need to be a funk," and like took it from my forehead and said, "No more." And then that's when I became a funk.
You became a funk girl.
So that was the end of that.
She was already hanging out with us. Like,
Yeah,
what are you
I
doing?
was.
Yeah.
So what does that consisted of? It's like this.
It was
Oh, we
just
just
party
partied.
crew.
We just-
Party crew.
Men on the
We
weekends.
had dancers. I mean, we would dance.
I mean,
Would you guys like battle other crews besides fighting them 5-on-5?
no, we didn't dance.
Group battles.
No,
It
we
was
didn't
more
dance. We
DJ
partied,
battles
but we
for them.
partied with everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lot of party crews back then. There was at least 30, 40 party crews. And we all got along and
30 to
end up
40?
in yes.
Oh, yeah.
There were a lot of party
I
crews.
only hear like a certain 5 maybe.
Hey, if you're out there and you were a party crew, post it what you were.
That's right, post
so
what you
Pablo
were.
can understand
Yeah, I'm learning
how many
about
party
this,
crews
yeah. I
there
didn't
were.
know about
So
here.
So many
you had
party
Slice
crews.
Boys and Slice Girls.
Slice
you had
Boys.
Funk Boys
Yes.
and Funk Girls. You had Orange
Nasty
Crush.
Boys, Orange
Nasty
Crush.
Boys, UPP.
Yeah, Orange Crush is
UPC.
a corporation now, right?
Right,
They're
right. Yeah,
an
I heard
organization
that
now.
name. Right.
You know, but they started off as a party crew like we. Yeah.
And then that's where, if you notice on any of the flyers, a lot of them represented what party crew they were from back in
Yes.
the day.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
like, Hav was representing Funk Boys along with Freddie, because House
Freddie.
13 was going by Freddie Spinning, I forgot.
Fast Spinning Freddy.
Thank you. And then you had Hex Rivera. You even had Freddie's brother, Eddie, on there.
Eddie
Smoking
13?
Hav. No, not Eddie 13. And then you had Radical Just for Co-Ed.
Yeah.
Okay.
He would always, so you had like different DJs that were representing their party crews. So that was your battle. It wasn't anything else. That was your battle.
So when was your first? Well, when was your first like official DJ flyer party and when?
Oh. Well, my first one was my first party.
No,
'cause they
like,
put a
you're on
flyer
a
out
flyer.
there
Oh,
and
like
everything.
like the dance type.
Okay.
Not a a church
So
event.
we were with Magic Sounds for a very short time.
Magic Sounds. Who
Rick
were they?
Torres was
Rick
the
Torres.
head of Magic Sounds, and myself, Charlie Chaz D,
Okay.
and Richie Robolino, rest in peace,
Rest in
was
peace.
we were with Magic Sounds for a short time, and then it was just too many members, and we decided we're gonna make Quick Mix 3. So that's what we were.
Okay,
Quick
and who
Mix
was
3.
in the Quick Mix 3?
It was Richie Robolino, Charlie Chaz D, and myself.
Okay. All right.
So that was,
Look at
yeah,
you.
yeah. I played with you.
Really?
We did a party at Rainbow.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, Edgar Del Valle threw it.
Okay.
And who did he have? He had Bad Boy Bill performing one of the songs. One of the songs that he did. I don't remember the name of it.
I don't remember a lot of these gigs. 'Cause at that time, for me, I mean, like 2 or 3 places on a Friday and a Saturday. I was like touring, like for years, you know, and that's why I don't remember too many of them back then. But okay, so we met back then.
Oh yeah. Well, we had 20 DJs on the flyer. We played for like 15 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes, right? 15
crazy.
minutes of fame.
We didn't do so well. I mean, I don't think we thought it through. We're a South Side crew, and we did the party on the North Side at the Rainbow. And you know, they weren't going to help us at the Rainbow.
Okay.
You know, you're on your own. You got to pay for everything, and you're on your own. But
Well,
we
so
learned.
it's
We
good-
took
good
our lumps and we
experience, right?
learned. So after that, our parties went well after
So
that.
how long were you a funk boy? I mean, was that your...
That hasn't ended.
That's
oh,
that's
okay.
ongoing.
You guys are funk men now.
We don't hang out anymore. We don't
We're
party
funk
like
men,
that
not
anymore.
boys.
but
We're funk men and funk women.
We're a family. We're still a family.
Yeah.
We have we get together maybe
Annually.
once or twice. I mean, once every couple of years. We do an anniversary party or
that's
something
cool.
like that.
I like that.
You know, everybody brings their grandchildren at this point.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're still a family. We still get.
So you've
get
been
along and
DJing
stuff.
since like the early '80s. Okay, you did some mobile events, right?
Yeah, I did
starting
the mobile.
after
I did
like
the
in the
mobile. Mobile's
late
terrible.
'80s,
I
right?
hate mobile.
Right.
I hate the.
How long did that go to?
I did mobile probably 10, 12 years.
Like mobile. When you say mobile, you mean like these events or like
No,
professional?
mobile,
like
professional
weddings and
mobile.
stuff? Okay.
Yeah, cotillions, weddings, that's all we did. Cotillions, weddings, graduation parties. It was hard back then. You had to carry around big
That was
speakers,
some heavy
all
ass
your
shit.
all your music, crates
Right.
of, you know, records. So we had our little roadies, you know, you're going to eat, you're going to get to eat something.
gonna eat.
You
You
have
won't
to talk
get
to
a
the girls.
sandwich.
Yeah.
You don't get a sandwich
No,
and maybe
that-
some.
That was part of the deal.
Yeah.
We get to eat, right? We don't have to eat with your guests, but we get to eat.
did.
Yeah.
So I get to feed my little roadies.
Oh, that's funny.
I want to give take a little break here to shout out to a couple of people on here. Uga's on here. He says party crews played for sports against each other for kegs. Then after the game, we all got drunk together. That is very, very true. So, hey, Uga, how are you? Sue has finally jumped on. How are you, Ma? Stephanie K. Vasquez is on here. Nandi Max saying props to Hav. Julius Oliver, what's going on, Julius? Veronica Rico's on here. Also, Clarence Perez. Smooth Smoking Sam is on here. They're mentioning a couple of party crews on here. One of them was Chaos, Lady Gas, Slice Boys, Untouchables.
You said Lady
there's
Gas?
Lady
Yeah.
Gas, yeah.
Guest boys.
Okay.
Lady guest
Oh,
boys.
Gas.
I
Yeah.
completely
Like,
forgot
guess what
about
I
that.
am? Guess what I'm doing?
You know, like just like
Okay.
I know there's a couple of other people that I'm probably missing on here. Hello, everybody on TikTok and on YouTube. Thank you for joining us as well.
We are Latinos in the house. That's
And we are-
Stephanie. What's your last name today? Garza or
Ooh, don't you
Cach-
dare call me Garcia. Don't you dare. That was an ex-married name, honey. Don't
Whoops.
you dare call me that.
Whoopsie.
Anywho.
Stephanie G. I'm gonna keep it.
We're here with Hitman LeBron. Now, you changed your name at
Yeah.
one point.
When did
you
you Hitman come?
Which I'm still like
We're
what
waiting
were
for
you
that story.
really thinking at the time? But you went to Ecstasy.
No,
Or what was
Remember
it?
DJ Ecstasy?
I went to Sexy DJ X.
There you go.
Sexy.
Yeah.
Why didn't you
Well,
pick that up before?
I just kind of stopped
I'm glad
doing
you know his
clubs.
history. You was trying to cover that up.
I was not going to bring that up.
You know I was.
Wait. You went from quick hand hobby
I was a kid.
to sexy what?
No,
No.
to Javier Hitman LeBron.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and
And
now
then I had a little, you know, a little...
alter ego.
50,
Midlife crisis.
It's like sexy what?
A shade, 50 shade. I went to my little 50 shade.
So
Sexy
you're
DJ
sexy
X.
hand hobby now or?
No, yeah, I can mix them both. I can mix them both together.
Hey Susie, hi Patrick, how you guys doing? Yeah, I was like, I had to bring that up because
So
it was like
wait,
it just came to
What
mind
was
right
the
now.
full name? Sexy what?
Sexy DJ X.
Sexy DJ X.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
At
Why?
that time, I was only pretty much concentrating on doing the club. I wasn't really DJing out anymore. I wasn't
Okay.
doing that. I was concentrating on the club. So I was still mixing at my own place,
Yeah.
but I wasn't doing. I
Sex-
wasn't really promoting myself like that.
'Cause
I did a few CDs. At the time, we were still doing CDs. Did a few CDs and they're
Under
still
Sexy
around.
DJ X?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand it because I used my other name back then. Paul Gunn was my other DJ name, and that's when I. Oh, you learned something new? Yeah, that was my rave name. That was my rave name, Paul Gunn. So I could because I play different kinds of music, right? Pablo's known for a certain type, right?
Yeah.
So was that your thing? Because you're playing different kind of music, or you just want to
just
change your name?
Yeah, just change my name. Different.
That was a midlife crisis.
Yeah, that was.
That's why I said it was a midlife crisis. That's why he said 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah, that was it. That was right about that
I was
time.
feeling sexy.
Okay.
He was feeling himself.
Well, yeah, it's quick hand.
So we get out of high school. I'm gonna go back
that
a
was
little
teenager.
bit. Oh, you
Quick
guys are
hand.
fools.
You know.
Yeah, I
teenagers,
know.
quick hand.
I know it. So anyway.
You two. So we're gonna go back a little bit. So now you're out of high school, and your dad owned a couple of clubs.
My dad owned
interesting.
Studio 51.
I'm off of 51st
Before it was
and
Studio
Western.
51. It was called something else, but he owned it for 7 years.
Nice.
I got my first start there. My first job there was bartending. So he sent me to bartending school, and I did bartending school for a month, and got my little certificate, and I was a bartender.
That is cool.
So,
Helping you
and I
stand
also
out.
I also bartended at Richie's.
Yeah?
on
I didn't know
59.
that.
Yeah. Before they expanded and rebuilt and all that, I was bartending. It was still Richie's Limited. It was still a small little bar, and I bartended there too.
My God, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Must
So I've been
have
in
like
the
I
industry
was
for a long
pregnant
time.
or
I did
something.
everything in the
So
industry.
your dad was your influence for you owning your own?
So no, they own their own business. So
business, okay.
as a kid, I was already hustling.
Okay.
You know, shining shoes at 10 years old. I delivered newspapers at 12. So I was already kind of like, yeah, I like to make my own money.
Okay.
Yeah, and I like to work for myself. So
Okay.
that's the thing. That was
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't be me mugging me like, okay, dude, more power to you. All right. So now you're out of high school. You're what? In your 20s.
Mm-hmm.
So you were doing the mobile stuff, right? You said for 10, 12 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I stopped that right away.
What? Well,
it was
you
heavy work.
didn't. You went for 12
It was
years.
heavy work, man. It was heavy work. It
That's
was
a
too
long
much.
time.
If I had it the way they have it now, with laptops, I'd probably still be doing mobile.
Yeah. Well, back then it was.
Yeah.
It was
And
a
I still
bitch.
get calls for mobile. I just hook people up. I can't do it no more. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I actually did a mobile 3 weeks ago for Macho's boxing. I did
Oh, wow.
boxing. I was the DJ. Me and Ray Fresh. We did the in between matches, and it was a good time. It was pretty cool.
God, I
Pretty cool.
haven't
They
heard
wanted us to
Macho's
do
name in a
house
long
music
time.
in between the time. It was a little weird because it was an all Mexican crowd, and they were looking at us strange. But
So-
he wanted house music. So
You
that's
brought
what
up
we did.
house music. What kind of house music were you playing at these things? Was it the classics or newer stuff or both?
We did everything.
Okay.
We did everything. He wanted to motivate people, and it was a good turnout. It was a sellout.
Yeah.
There were good fights. I think he's doing it once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about today's house music?
I think it's expanded. I think it's great. All the different, factions of house. It should come together. It shouldn't be one sound, because EDM, it's house. Techno, it's house. It's all derived from house. Don't get me wrong. I was there from the beginning. The tracks that it was just basically a couple of words, and just the music, and deep bass lines. But I like the house with lyrics.
I
I'm
do
more of a
too.
lyrical
Yeah.
guy.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think there's something about when you hear house music with lyrics, it just kind of gives it that different vibe, and it also
Yeah.
gives that kind of soul vibration for your body that everybody kind of gets into. And the only thing right now, I'll use Superman by Black Coffee.
That disco song?
No, not that. No, not that. Not
Superman,
Superman.
man.
No, I hated that song when I was younger.
like that song.
I like that song too,
But
yeah.
Black Coffee, when he did Superman, I mean, everybody resonates to that, especially women, and singing those verses and things like that. And I just think that, for me, I like house music with words.
Okay, yeah.
I could do tracks only for a little bit, but I
Right,
think
right.
it's just a different vibe when it comes down to words and house song.
Yeah. So are you a DJ like, for example, she's saying, let's say Big Fun, that's a popular classic house song. Will you let that play for, or will you cut it like in 10 seconds?
I'm not. I play
Big
fast,
Fun.
but so I'm sure we grew up in the same era, so we use doubles. They don't use doubles anymore. They don't use breaks anymore. You can make your own break now, but we use doubles to make our breaks. So the first thing that I was taught, he's no longer with us, but can't remember his name. It's a black DJ. He would help me out and let me use his speakers now and then. Quick Mix Claude, that was his name. Quick Mix Claude, and that was the first battle I ever seen. He was freaking fastest DJ I have ever seen. But he taught me you have to sit down and listen to every song before you play it, so you know the best parts of the song. Skip the parts you don't like, play the best parts, and move on. You don't have to play 7 minutes of a song. Just play the best parts. So that's kind of how I grew up.
That's your style.
That's awesome.
All right.
I like to. You said how you bartended for your dad at Studio 51. How did you go about making Xavier's?
Yeah, let's hear about
Xavier's
that.
has been around
How
for
long?
over 30 years.
This is our 32nd year.
30.
Yeah. Ups and downs, sideways.
Congratulations. Put that clapper on.
I don't hear the clapper.
No, I wasn't clapping.
Oh, we're going to clap for it. There you go. We'll be our own clap. Yay!
32nd year. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
We've been through some stuff. I mean, COVID shut down. A couple fights with the city shut down. But, things kind of turn out okay.
That's a long.
Things happen for a reason.
You're up there. I didn't know it was around that long.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember, when you grow up, there you go. There's the sound. There, yay! So we used to go to Studio 51 after, we started growing up from being funk boys and funk girls. We started partying. We're legal now. We go to the bar, started drinking. But then when he opened up Xavier's, that was huge for everybody, including the community in itself, because the bar was already there, but you made it into something different. You went from just hanging out in the bar with the jukebox to making it into a club.
Right.
And I know your dad at the time wasn't really too crazy about it. It was kind of like that push and shove kind of deal.
Yeah.
And you were constantly fighting with him because, it's not what he wanted, but it was what you wanted to make it in order for it to progress. So how did that go about? Because I know the arguments. I remember the arguments between you and your dad. Yeah. And they were pretty, They were pretty intense. Yes, they were. They were. And I remember him closing down the bar a couple of times, too.
Were you guys partners or something? Why was it drama?
I worked for him for the first 7 years. Mm-hmm. We were partners, but it was his. Okay. It wasn't mine. We were partners for the business. It was his building, and it was just, he wanted a certain thing. He's an old school Puerto Rican cat, Yeah. He wants salsa merengue. Okay, we'll have a night. We'll do that. A couple of nights do that. But the other nights, we have to fill him with something. So that's what I started doing. And then, little by little, we're expanding. Let's open up, knock this room down, and expand a little bit. And then started getting to a little club vibe. Okay. So we built a DJ booth, and that's where it all started. Then, now we're doing 3 nights a week DJing, hard. Mm-hmm. Richie's was around. They had Thursday nights. They made a couple of mistakes. And I took advantage of those mistakes, and I took over Thursdays. So.
Okay, so, I'm just shocked. 32 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of history.
That's a lot of history.
Yeah,
a lot of history.
So, what any big acts, big name?
Yeah, well, over the years we had, as far as DJs, Fast Eddie. Let me see. We've had Julian. Definitely, we've had Kenny Jason. As far as acts, we've had Alicia.
Alicia.
Yeah, we got Alicia in from New York.
Wow.
Yeah, that was one of my highlights.
When was that?
Oh my gosh, I have the picture. I don't remember the year. Wow. It was a long time ago.
That's a jam.
You're talking about probably 18, 19 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, she was a good performer too.
So did you have a second floor at that time?
We did, but we didn't use it for that. We had spiral stairs, and it was just kind of a lofty area.
Okay.
But the club, actually, you could see from the front to the back at that time.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was a stage, and you can kind of, see everything. So we could do concerts.
Okay, so you had some pretty big names out.
Yeah.
Any other, besides Alicia, anyone else?
What's his name? He does freestyle and salsa, too. George Lamont.
You had George Lamont in
it? George 3 times.
What? 3 times?
We had George Lamont 3 times.
That guy does live here.
Yeah.
I said he's a Chicagoan. He's not even a New Yorker anymore. He's a Chicagoan.
Wow. I'm impressed.
The final time we had him, he's like, don't send the limo, send the guy with the Toyota who knows where everything's at. And that's what we did. And the guy took him everywhere he needed to go. He was doing, they called me last minute. They're like, listen, he wants to add a date. He mentioned you. He has Friday and Saturday. He was doing, I think he was doing a Thursday at was it Chromium on Lake?
No, was it Transit or Chromium?
It was Chromium.
Chromium was on
It was
Lake.
Chromium.
Yep.
He was doing that one night, and he was doing something else the next night, and he's like, "Hey, you wanna? I know we know it's last minute, but we'll give you a good deal." And we did it. We did a free concert.
Nice.
Is he okay?
We did
So
a
I have a
free
question because
concert.
George
They
brought
hated
up.
it. The other two clubs hated it because
Of course.
Well, yeah, because
they were like,
Yeah.
how
You're
we
taking
to leave it
business.
That's right.
that?" Yeah.
Did George dance on the bar?
George
'Cause
did not
he's
dance on the bar.
He did, didn't he?
He did not dance on the
Okay,
bar.
so then it wasn't your bar then. Because so when we did the interview, before the interview, he goes, "I know who you are," and he goes, "We danced on the bar," and I'm like, "We did?"
Ooh,
And I'm like,
then maybe
was
I don't
drunk?
know about that.
Was I drunk? Because I'm like, "Are you sure?" He goes, "I know it was you," and I'm like, "Oh, because I know I danced on the bar because I've danced on your bar quite a few
Right.
times." So I was like, "Was that the bar?" Because I don't remember.
You gotta
Was I
remember.
drunk?
So we had ladies' night, and it was 200 people. It could be a snowstorm. It's 200 people every Thursday night, and that was one of our things:
Dancing on the bar.
dancing in the bar.
You would actually come up and dance in a bar?
Yeah.
Wow.
We would
I
say,
got
okay, so
pictures.
we would say I would get a bottle of something, a premix or something, or a Patron or something, and say, hey, for the next 10 minutes, anybody dancing on the bar gets a free shot. So that's how we would get the. We would have security, make sure they wouldn't fall off the bar or whatever.
Any guys up there?
Yeah, and guys, guys were
Okay.
included.
One of the guys took off their shirt one day. And I was like, "Wait, we gotta put the shirt back on. We gotta put the shirt back on." Oh yeah,
We did pajama parties with actual pajamas, and we did. We
a good time. I
You
bartended
know,
for
we were
him.
innovators. We were innovators. We're
Okay.
still doing that. We're still doing that thing.
I like, because when we did, we were doing our show at your place, I like the upstairs. When did you incorporate that?
That's been a big fight with the city. So we had it for
Really?
we had it 15 years ago, and then it was closed for 4 years.
Why?
Because
Why would the city
zoning.
get involved in that? I don't understand.
Zoning.
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 Okay.
When the whole E2 thing happened,
Yeah.
Epiphany 2,
Okay.
that changed everything. We had spiral stairs. You got to get rid of those stairs. You have to enclose it. That kind of took a lot of space from the first floor, but it added a second floor.
Okay.
But yeah, once that happened, it changed a lot of things, a whole lot of things.
So have you came through COVID, which was a lot. It was very, very hard for a lot of bars to recuperate from that. It shut down a lot of local bars because they just couldn't make it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the length of the shutdown, you managed to survive that. And not only that, you were opening up Que Rico around that time too. And it just like kind of had a back door, which was your dream to open up a restaurant for years. So tell me about that time, how that felt, what it did for you, how you had to kind of regroup yourself, because that restaurant was about to open right when they said, nope, we're not doing nothing. We're